Alrighty, my name is Anaya. It is May 17th. We are here at the Anacostia River Festival. Could you tell me your name?
Dr. Carolyn Mack.
Dr. Carolyn, it's nice to meet you.
You as well.
Do I have permission to record this interview?
You do.
Perfect. Alrighty, my first question for you. When did you first get involved in the go-go scene?
Well, I've heard go-go off and on. It's just kind of like really back in some of the movies back in the 80s, that sound came through in like the Spike Lee movies and things like that. So that's when I first started hearing it, and I just really enjoyed that sound. So I just kind of, every time I hear it, you know, I understand and know what it is. So it's really cool.
Awesome. Excuse me. How has the go-go scene changed over time since your introduction to it?
Well, has it changed? I mean, it's just been introduced to maybe a younger, different generation of it, but I think the sound itself hasn't changed that much. Mm-hmm. It's maybe become a little bit more refined, but it has to have a distinct sound in order for it to be go-go, so you can't really change that.
Right.
But you can put a lot of things with it, like you can accessorize it, mm-hmm. but you can't really change it. So I don't know that it's changed that much. I mean, it sounds like I've always known it to sound, and it gives me that same feeling every time I hear it. So
awesome. Beyond the music itself, what are the important and maybe even unseen or underappreciated elements of the go-go scene?
It's how it drives community and trends and fads. It is like its own entity. And it has a signature sound, a signature look, a signature style, you know, and it really is kind of really the epicenter, it feels like, is DC. And so you got the big earrings, you have this whole vibe that comes with go-go, and it's not just the music, it's in how people move and how people present themselves in this particular area. So it's its own, I mean, I can't really describe it, but it is truly its own ecosystem.
Awesome. In what ways do you feel that you have contributed to the go-go scene?
I don't know that I have.
Okay.
I've contributed because of the love of the music, mm-hmm. and supporting the bands that continue to keep it alive. I love going into spaces where you know you're gonna get that at some point. There's going to be a go-go sound that's going to come forward. You can't come to DC or be a DC band without having something in your repertoire
right.
that has that DC driving beat to it, that go-go beat.
Could you tell me about a woman or multiple women who have been important to the go-go scene, either on or off stage?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Because I don't know a lot of names, mm-hmm. you know, it's just certain people that I see, but I don't know a lot of the names of the women who contributed to it, but just in being in front of the band, those people that they come with the go-go beat, but they carry the sound through their voice. They have the voice of go-go. Mm-hmm. And so I like listening to them, but unfortunately I don't have any names that I can give you right off the top of my head.
That's okay. What is one word you would use to describe go-go?
A vibe. A vibe. That's what it is.
Awesome. What do you think the go-go scene will look like, or maybe even sound like in the future?
I think it would, you know, well, my thought is what goes around comes around. So, and music is no different, that for all it may change going forward in the next decade or so, it will always come back to its original roots. So it may get a little bit more refined, like I said earlier, it may become more elevated. It may take on a jazz kind of connotation, but it will always come back to its original style, original setup. So I don't know that it's going to change that much. So,
what would you say your hope is for the future of go-go?
That it stays forever, it never gets lost, its rich history is constantly being put in front of us. It makes its way, into the Music Hall of Fames for all that it shares and gives to the people who listen to it, the people who create it, and for the people who listen to it. That will always be something kind of like, and I don't want to bring in, I know we're talking about go-go, but kind of like that Motown sound. It's like that. Everybody knows the Motown sound. You will always know the go-go sound, that kind of thing where it's just its own, like I said, entity, its own ecosystem, its own thing that cannot be, it can be imitated, but never duplicated. Yeah.
And is there anything you would like to add or anything that I didn't ask that you would like to touch on?
No, I mean, I think that go-go is it's the sound of DC. For me, when you say go-go, I think DC. I don't think of any other places where music is made except for here in the DC area when it comes to go-go. So this is where it started. This is where it's going to be. So
awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.